Good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are, on this horrible overcast day. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing this afternoon. Thank you ever so much for your support, and thank you for the new subs. I never expected to get over 50, and for each and every single one of you, I'm very grateful for it. Now, the way I speak the way I do is my normal accent. It's not a voice I'm putting on, and to be honest with you, why change your accent and just show yourself? Anyhow, as promised, I will show you the revived HeroQuest. Now, in 2020, I'm guessing the rights expired, and therefore somebody else tried to do HeroQuest. Now it's vague because it sounded like a Kickstarter and it never got that far, because at the time when I was looking into it, I was looking for an original HeroQuest, but then seeing that there was a Kickstarter one which never really delivered, it was nice to actually see that, you know, there was something. Anyway, nothing ever came of that. In 2020, it was spread through social media. I didn't really know about it until I saw more than one article about it. And Avalon Hill and Hasbro have decided to relaunch the game. I had to wait an entire year for the game, and in the game I got the core box plus this box, which I'll show you in a moment, which a lot of scalpers got their hands on and made profit out of, I strongly suspect. And not only that, 2 expansion packs, and that's the most recent expansion pack I bought. Anyhow, without further ado, I will explain the differences. Now, in this version of HeroQuest, I don't know if the light sources make that much difference, but anyway, in this version of HeroQuest, I should have done this earlier in the morning. I do apologise in retrospective, but in this version of HeroQuest, you got the quest book, which is the same sort of example, and then you've got the board. However, the board is slightly different to the original board because it's, instead of being in 2, it's in 4. So very much the same as the original. The key difference being obviously having HeroQuest down here, but the dimensions are very much the same. Now, not only did they do that, and I do apologise for the sort of lack of models because most of them are over on the painting desk at the moment, hence the primed dwarf, but you did get alternate sculpts for this. So you got female versions of the models, and you got the male versions of said models as well. So here we've got a male dwarf. However, I did a female dwarf as well. Now, Famirs were in the original game. That is one replacement they made. These things are called abominations. Now, the reason they did away with Famirs is because their lore was, shall we say, very, very, very wrong. Because in the early days they signified to a more adult audience, and Vermeers were the way that new Vermeers were created was pretty horrible. It involved R wording, women and stuff like that, and you know, it's not in a game like this, which is set from 14 and upwards, instead of 12. You have to expect a little bit of, well, shall we say, controversy. But the only thing with the trays are they're not that good. Sometimes some of your models, they did have issues where some of the models you've got in these trays did get disrupted because of the plastic. The only good thing about the plastic of these models are if you did actually have an issue with them, then you could salvage them. You know, you could get more with warm water and salvage them. Now, bear with me. Now, this version of heroquest today, you'll get exactly the same stuff, you just won't get the special thing. So, in this version, you get the tiles and you get all the doorways, all plastic doorways instead of paper cutouts, all the furniture, more or less everything that you need to play the game. Some of them they've redone, so instead of having cardboard cutouts to make the tables, you've got cardboard. Instead of having a paper fireplace, you get a plastic one. All in order to be painted. They pretty much did keep the aesthetic that the original game was known for. Just put this back. Now, this came out in Christmas 2021 and it's still available today. You can still get it at the moment. If you are going to get it anytime soon, there are some websites that are selling it at a reduced cost because unfortunately Hasbro are having some issues at this moment in time. So, as I digress, Hasbro at this moment in time are having issues. So, if you are going to get this, I would get this soon. Let's put this back in here, because it probably might go away again. I'd like to think it hasn't, because there is a real-time app with this particular product, the HeroQuest app, and it's got every single expansion quest in it. So that's definitely something worth considering. So with these, I got the Return of the Lich Lord, which I don't think I've actually opened, so I'm not doing an opening video for that. So got Return of the Lich Lord. Basically in the back you get all these undead with it. I did, however, open Keller's Keep. Now, Keller's Keep, they all come with extra map books as such, and not only that, but to sort of personalise the dungeon a little bit, extra pieces to put to make the dungeon look slightly different. Plus this one's more orc orientated mission pack. However, not only did I get that, but then I got this lovely box. I do apologise because I want to make this video still a bit daylight, and there's a Warhammer 40,000 transfer sheet in there for some unknown reason. Anyhow, got this. You got the alternate characters, heroes in this. I'm not okay. I don't know why that's in there either. As you can see, I have many hobby materials, but hobby age, shall we say? But not only do you get this map book, not only do you get this map book, but you also get this map book, and you get extra models. You get a dragon, which unfortunately they pack too well. Small, but still formidable. That is quite sought after. I'd like to do that some justice. I don't think I'm going to make it green. I think I'll make it a different colour, but I'm not quite sure what that'll be. You also get extra heroes in this as well. So you'll get, I think she's a necromancer, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, not only that, but you get a warlock, which is this little girl here. But perhaps one of the more intriguing models, if you like, is this wizard that looks a bit like Zargon. Because in this country, I think he was called Zargon, the dungeon master, if you like. And then the best one, which leads to last, is the Orc Bard. Now, unfortunately, this particular box is you can't get anymore, because this was part of going into the initial run. So you got another gargoyle, and this is actually better than the gargoyle in the main box, in my personal opinion. You also got female sculpts of certain characters as well. So they made it a little bit more interesting. So you get female orcs, and I believe you get female goblins. You get also, I think, although I could be slightly wrong, female undead. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, at some point I'd like to have a fully painted force and show you guys how a game works, because what's the point of having them if you're not going to use them? So I was very excited. I did expend quite a bit of capital getting these, but I bought them when they came up, so I didn't get them through the secondary market. I bought them through a retailer directly from a retailer, and was lucky enough to get a box before we start losing everything everywhere. Be organised, he says, famous last words. And last but not least, my latest acquisition. I only bought this last week. You can still buy these. The app has been updated for all the sets for the game. You also get your hands on yet another map book. So most of these expansions, this is one of the slightly dearer expansions because you get a little bit more in it. However, updated furniture set, there is an ice type setting for this particular one, but I would like to play through these at some point, and my main thing is to try and get as many of them as possible, just in case they do go out of print, because when they do go out of print, the sky's the limit. As I said in my last video, the cost of getting stuff on the secondary market, unfortunately, is exorbitant. There's a lot of money in it, and I know for a fact, and I'm not going to concentrate on that unpleasant element of wargaming, but the set that I bought was going for 3 to 4 times as much as what I bought it for at the time. So there's just something to bear in mind. The good thing is, apart from the box with the dragon in it, everything else is available. So you can get them for good prices. I have heard that HeroQuest at the moment has been sold for a reduced price, even though the initial price it was well worth the effort. I do apologise once again. Light sources help matters. I mean, it's only 2:30 in the afternoon in this country, and for some reason in this particular room, on a gloomy day it gets dark, and on a sunny day it's brighter than the sun. It's probably also the direction I'm facing as well, which probably doesn't help. But once again, thank you for your subscriptions. I'm very humbled for your support, and I'd like to continue to make some more videos. We will at some point do a demo of HeroQuest, but I'd like to get some more models painted. In order to do that, I am in the process of currently doing this with a number of models which I have on my painting desk, which is over in this direction, with, for example, this chap here, the Abomination, who's not quite finished but he's getting there, and also, for example, famous last words, for example, getting this guy a little bit further along. I've done his cloak and his armour, and of course the gargoyle, which I in the process of doing now. My painting isn't brilliant, and as with everything, you do not have to paint these models, but I think they look a lot nicer if you do. There are painting services out there which will charge you a fee to paint all these models. Some of them will do 10 models and charge you, say for example, I don't know, £20 or something for 10 models, and get them to a reasonable level. However, as with all these things, there is levels of painting. So if you wanted a pro painted HeroQuest, I dread to think how much that would be. I suspect that would be many hundreds of pounds. It depends on how quick the artist is. Now, I'm no artist, I'm not the greatest in the world. The more you paint, the better you get, but there is a plateau. You do get to a certain level. Now, cost-wise, this hasn't really cost me that much, apart from the initial cost for the Dragon box and the two expansion packs of one which I haven't even opened, which I'm, at this point in time, I'm going to have to open it, have a look inside. It was quite surprising to myself as well. I thought I'd opened that one. However, I would definitely, if you're thinking of a gateway, definitely do this. There are many third-party paints out there which are a lot cheaper than certain other ones, which are, well, Citadel for example. Citadel are very, very, very high cost points. But you do have others out there. I'm not being sponsored by any of these. Army Painter, all my sprays I get from Colourforge, because they're analogue colours of some of the Games Workshop colours and come in very big spray tins. The best way I find personally is, if it's going to be a certain colour, you spray it that colour, like as a base and a primer, and then you build up on it and do what you need to do. Again, you don't have to paint them, but if you'd like to, give it a try. Even better still, a good friend of mine who paints very, very well, did paint all my Space Hulk Terminators for me, because of, obviously, well, painting fatigue. Anyway, this video is getting on for 20 minutes. Please like and subscribe. Again, I cannot thank you enough. I would like more people to see this and more people to enjoy some of the things I enjoy. As one correctly pointed out, there's a niche, and this is glue. I only recently cleaned this table up, but this will feature in some more videos in the coming time, and also try and film at a better time of day, because the lighting effect is not working so well, but you will be able to see me at top. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for subbing if you've already subbed, and I'll see you in the next one. This is 4046 out.